Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with one of my good friends slash makeup artist, Jackie.
Hey guys, well today we are actually doing a dramatic look on Ansu and a natural look on Ansu.
Yes. If you do like these looks, please keep watching.
Alright girls, so what I'm going to have you do is wash your face with the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cleanser. You want to take a look?
Okay.
So what's so cool about this is that you can use it for all kinds of skin types, from sensitive to dry to oily, combination, all of it.
Oh, perfect.
So that's super nice about that, so anyone can use it. Next, I am going to have you use the Sugar Lip Polish by Fresh, and this is great for exfoliating your lips. It'll keep them nice and smooth. And then I'm going to have you use the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. Once again, you can use it for all kinds of skin types. So I'm going to have you put that on next.
All right.
And then lastly, I'm going to have you do a facial oil by Beauty Counter. And so it's the Balancing and Ylang, I believe that's how you pronounce it, facial oil. And that'll be the last thing that you put on your face. We'll wait about 10 minutes and then so let it all set in, and then we'll get started with makeup, okay?
I'm so excited. To be honest, I only got this done, like professionally done, like 3 times in my lifetime.
Oh my gosh,
so I'm
okay.
so excited for today.
Oh, I'm so excited to do this for you. This is gonna be great, okay? So, as our viewers know, we are doing 2 looks today, the dramatic side and the natural, as we talked about. So right now, we're gonna be doing the dramatic side first, and we'll go from there, okay?
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we are gonna start out with face primer, because that's so important after moisturizing, putting lotion on, putting oil on your face. You know, now you have kind of like a base between your makeup and your skin. You use the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas face primer. And I know this is one of your favorites, so I'm super excited to use it. I don't get to use this one too often, but it's a good one. So why don't I have you put this on for me?
Okay.
Put some on the of their cheek, forehead, and on the chin, and then just rub it all in. Okay?
Is that good?
Yep, that's good. Nice and even. Get in there.
Got it.
So I'm actually really interested to know what are some of your makeup essentials?
My favorite, my all-time favorite that I always use is eyeliner.
Okay.
I don't go anywhere without eyeliner. That's like my favorite thing to carry everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like only my closest friends have seen me with that eyeliner.
Oh, well, I made it.
Well, right now I think YouTube made it too. Is that good?
Yep, that's
Okay.
perfect. That's
Okay.
awesome. So what I'm going to have you do next, I'm going to have you tie up your hair so that I don't get anything in your hair. Next, we're going to be using the Maybelline Master Camo by Face Studio pen.
Okay.
So what it is, it's a red liquid. So being a brown woman, with our skin tone, some of us have issues with dark under eyes, and when we put concealer over just like our straight under eyes, sometimes it doesn't completely cover it. And that's because we don't have something underneath counteracting the concealer. So just the color.
Okay.
And so what I'm gonna have you do, so we use red. I know that sounds crazy, but you put red under your eyes, and what it does, it balances out with like the darkness of your under eye circles. So when you put concealer over it, then it neutralizes it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just twist it and put a little bit on you. I'm gonna have you look up, okay? Cool, you don't need a ton.
Okay.
Just need one little twist and you should be good.
Okay.
So now we're gonna blend it out.
All right.
Now a big thing you're gonna hear throughout this video is blend, blend, blend. It's so important for makeup, just so that you get the soft lines, not necessarily hard edges, you know?
So I did see you wet the The beauty blender.
So why we do that is it's a sponge, and so it soaks up all the water, it becomes bigger and a little bit more absorbent. So when you apply it, use it to apply all your makeup, it just gives you a more flawless finish and more like almost like an airbrush look.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So next we're going to be using the Huda Beauty Concealer. It's actually the Overachiever Concealer, and your shade is Granola. Okay. So I am going to use this under your eyes in a little bit, but first I do want to cover up some blemishes that, you know, might be coming through.
That's going to be my whole face.
No, it's not. You are beautiful. Oh my goodness. It's just a couple little things that you might want to just cover up. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit on my hand, just so it's easier for me to apply with the brush and stuff. So let's do this right now. I'm going to add a little bit here and there. So what I'm going to do is use the Beauty Blender to blend it all out.
Okay.
Now that we finished up with your blemishes, what we're going to do next is your under eyes. So we're going to cover that up, and then we'll add foundation, okay?
All right. So what did you major in?
Well, in college, I actually majored in marketing and communications. But I actually regret coming out of high school. I kind of had this, I mean, to this day, I regret it, but I just thought I wasn't good enough. And so I didn't apply to art school like I wanted to originally.
Really?
Yeah. But, you know, thankfully I still got to do a major that I still got to be creative in. And,
right.
But it's still something I am planning on pursuing at some point.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, now that your concealer is all set, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin 24-Hour Full Coverage Foundation.
Guys, Makeup Forever is actually my favorite brand for foundation. I love this.
They really are amazing. And it's also great for for a big day, because you don't deal with reflections of, like, you know, harsh lighting and things.
That is true.
All right, I'm gonna put some on my hand, just once again, because it's easier to apply it to your face. Just gonna dab a little bit all over the left side of her face. All right, so what I'm doing here is dabbing it all the way down your neck, because you want to bring the foundation down into your neck and like your neckline, because you don't want it to be your face to be a different color than your like actual skin tone.
That's true.
Yeah, so it just like, it looks nice when you just blend it all nicely together. So next I'm gonna just take this brush and I'm just gonna blend it out. Okay. Then I'm gonna go over it with the Beauty Blender just to give it that flawless finish, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, so we did talk about how we are gonna do an everyday natural look for Ansu over here. So on your right side, we're gonna be doing that. So all the steps that you've seen thus far are applicable to just any look, really. But now we're gonna just kind of differentiate at this point. So I'm gonna be using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Perfector Blurring Skin Tint with sunscreen, because sunscreen is super important, especially here in Colorado.
Oh yeah.
The sun's always out. Once again, gonna be putting it on my hand, just so it's a little bit easier to apply. And then I'm gonna dab it all over the right side of your face, and then blend with the foundation brush and then the Beauty Blender. So I just finished up your foundation with the dramatic side and the natural side. Now, one thing I want to talk about with concealer, we did concealer earlier. There are two types of concealers. So the concealer that is like the actual color of your skin will allow you to cover up any blemishes, under eye circles, that kind of thing. Well, now there's also kind of like a highlighting concealer, which is like one or two shades lighter than your actual skin tone, and it's used to just show, to brighten up your face. And so that's what I'm using, the L'Oreal True Match Corrector. This is in the warm, medium deep W678 shade. Okay. And I'm gonna use this under your eyes to brighten up your under eyes. And you can use this in your dramatic look and your natural everyday look, okay? I'm going to be using the Tarte Tartelette palette. This is the purple one. There's another palette that has a little warmer tones, but this one has cooler tones. Here, just so you can take a look. Okay. So I love this palette for an everyday kind of situation, but also just to do my eyebrows, because usually people think that eyeshadows and just a lot of our products that we use on our face are like, you know, like a lipstick can only be used as a lipstick, or eyeshadow can only be used as eyeshadow. Well, why not get creative with it? I mean, we can use these things for multiple, you know, functions. So what I do sometimes, and in this case, I'm gonna be just like filling in anything in your eyebrows and just like cleaning up anything that needs to be done with just their fashionista black eyeshadow. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going in. You have wonderful eyebrows, so I really don't need to do much at all, but I just wanted to just give it that more, just like that perfect whatever look. Okay. And sometimes I even go in just to, you don't want to make it too dark because it looks too harsh. So I even go in with the dark brown over here, Dreamer, and I mix the two together. Okay. Yeah. And I use this angled brush. Yeah, and that arch, my gosh, woman. You are very blessed. I think when I was younger,
that's what I was gonna say. When I was younger, I got that unibrow.
We all did, honey. We all did. To perfectly shape your eyebrows, what I'm gonna do is take some of that extra concealer we had earlier, and I'm gonna go under your eye. So on both sides, and then even on top too, just to give it that perfect shape. Now that we've finished up all the foundation, the concealer, all of these great things in your eyebrows, we're gonna go on to eyeshadow. Now this is where you're gonna see the difference between the dramatic look and the natural look. Okay. Just because we're gonna be a little bit more dramatic with our dramatic look. Now I use Scotch tape and just regular, you know, tape that you have at home, just to create that perfect line with your eyeshadow. Okay. And I put it under right here to really get it nice and clean. And it also catches all of the fallout from like your eyeshadow that like as you're putting it on.
That makes sense.
And if you're doing a wing liner, then it helps with that too. You can get that perfect line and you don't have to worry too much about like perfecting it with the cat eye or a wing line. Now for our dramatic look, we'll be using the KKW and X Mario palette. It's a Miami shade, and we're gonna build it up. So we're gonna go in and use this in the crease. So as you guys can see, as I build it up, it's getting darker and darker, so you can tell the difference.
I'm so excited to see this.
We're gonna apply the Armenian shadow onto the crease. Oh, it comes out beautifully on your skin. We're gonna continue to just build up 2008, the shadow, just in the outer corner and into your crease. Just as we build it up, it'll just create a more dramatic look. All right, so we are going to be adding the Glam eyeshadow next. So what I did, because we are going for a more dramatic look, I wanted the shadow that we're using in your inner corner and your lid to come out a lot more pigmented. So what I took this shadow brush and I dipped it in some water and then into my eyeshadow because it really catches the color that way. And that's how I'm applying it to your lid currently. And you'll see it in a little bit, but you'll definitely notice like how dark the gold comes out. Remember, blend, 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 especially when you have like such contrasting colors. just to make that gold shadow pop. If you remember, we are going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Shapeshifter palette. There's a highlight in there that it looks pink, but it comes out gold. I just want to dab that on top just to really give it that extra highlight. Any gold glitter will really work. So for another dramatic effect, if you want to bring the 2008 that we used in the outer corner, bring it further into the crease above so that it just really like outlines the gold and makes it pop even more. Reapply to the lid, the Glam. All these are buildable foundation or powders, so once again you can just build up as much as you want, really. As dramatic as you want to make it look, you make it look that way. But remember to blend after that. So I'm using the Tarteist clay paint liner, and so it's like almost like a gel liner that I use, and I tend to use this more when I am like on a night out, because I'm spending that time working on my liner. Right. Whereas if I'm going to work day to day, like, and you'll see it with the natural side, it's easier to just throw on a pencil liner. It looks just as great, but I'm not gonna do a wing liner as much. So I'm gonna bring the eyeliner into the inner corner of your eye and actually out a little bit, because it'll allow us to elongate the eyes, give you a Cleopatra look almost, just to add to the dramatics of all of it. You're gonna do your tight line next. So for this part, we're gonna take off this Scotch tape. So I took off the Scotch tape, so I just want to reapply a little bit of concealer just to make it fluid. Okay, cool. So the next thing I'm gonna do is go in with the 2008 shadow again, but underneath your eyes. And I'm gonna soften out this corner edge here. I don't want it too harsh. So we are gonna be applying the fake eyelashes right now. And so we're gonna be applying it right over the eyelash line. Now, remember with fake eyelashes, after you apply the adhesive, wait 30 seconds. And then you can then apply them, because it just gives the glue a little bit of tackiness. We're going to apply mascara next. So I'm actually using the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. We're bringing the highlight into the inner corner here. We're also gonna do this up here to highlight her arch in her eyebrow. As you all can see, we've already applied the highlighter. What I did use was the Urban Decay Naked Skin Shapeshifter. The color was medium dark shift. So what I did was, there are two sides to this palette, and I'm using the side with the 4 options, and I'm using the lightest color. So all I did was I applied to her under eyes, and then I also did some under her cheekbones, on her nose right here. And I only did a little bit on the other side because, once again, an everyday look does not require this. The next thing we're going to do is blend this out. So we'll be using the darkest shade in this palette for her contour. And now we're using the contour to create some dramatic edges on her face to really showcase her beautiful cheekbones, her jawline, and her beautiful nose. All right, so we're gonna just blend it out with the Beauty Blender once again. And because it is a darker shade, it's gonna take a little bit longer to blend, so be patient with yourself as you blend out. We're gonna take the same highlighter and we are going to apply it to her forehead. We're also gonna apply it to her Cupid's bow, right there, and her chin. So we're highlighting all the certain parts of your face so that they pop when you have the light that hits you. So the next thing we're gonna be doing is baking. We're going to apply it to under her eyes. Once again, baking is not necessary for an everyday look, but it is great for a night out. Just to set everything, making sure like everything doesn't crease. It's like another benefit of baking. So you let this sit for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. We're applying it to her under eyes, like I said, and also we did her highlight down here, didn't we? So we're applying it underneath her contour. So we're applying it once again to her forehead, her nose, Cupid's bow, to set the highlight we just finished, and the chin. While this is baking, we are going to be applying your lipstick next, just to try and finish out the look a little bit more. Now, while your face is baking, we want to finish up your lips. What I'm using is a primer. It's a lip primer specifically. It's the MAC Prep and Prime. Now after that, you want to actually add a little bit of concealer because it lets the lipstick and the lip liner will set into that, and it gives it a good base to like sit into. Okay. Now, you had mentioned that one of the things that you don't love about yourself right now is just your upper lip. If you just feel like it's a little smaller. So a technique that you use instead of like fillers and injections and all of that, if you don't have to do all that, it's just lining your lips a little bit outside of your actual lip line.
Yeah, I have like no upper lips.
I wouldn't say that, because they're definitely there. So we're first going to be applying Rum Punch. Just to lighten it up a tad, we are adding the buff over it. We finished up her lips. A technique that you use to prevent you from staining coffee mugs and, you know, finding that transfer of lipstick. I don't have translucent powder with me, but you can get translucent powder from anywhere really. Laura Mercier has a great one, so that's a good suggestion, but you can get any one you want. What you do is you put a tissue over your lips, yep, like that. You dip your brush into the translucent powder and you dab it over your lips, and it sets the lipstick. So it's just like an extra tip, like if you're going out, especially when you're going out, you just like that kind of security.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's just a fun, easy tip to do. So we're gonna be removing all the loose powder from the baking technique now that everything has been set. So you just take a brush and just brush it all off. We are done with baking. All right, to set Ansu's contour, we are using the Becca Bronzed Bondi. And as you can see, this is a darker color. We just go over her contour to just set it. But it just gives that nice added touch. And I didn't think for a long time to use bronzer just because our skin is already this dark color. Next, we will be doing a blush. So a more subtle blush on her dramatic side, just because she's already got a bold eye going on and she's got a nude lip. So we don't want to counteract we don't want to compete with the bold eye. Now this is actually by Arbonne. So we just put that on the apples of her cheek. So I'm going to be using a setting spray by Fresh. You go like this, do the pageant wave, cry, whatever you call it, and you are all set.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching this, and thank you, Jackie, for doing an amazing job on my makeup. Like, I love it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And don't forget, guys, to subscribe, like, comment, And she also does a lot of artwork, and so go follow her at
Jack of All Arts on Instagram. We'll link it in the description box below. Yeah.
Say a little bit about your work.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I do graphic design, logo design. I'm getting into textile design, so if you want things printed on fabric, we'll get there eventually. And just message me and we can figure out whatever you want to do and customize it. Okay?
Thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all the good stuff. Bye.